An alien show. A new well, I guess there hasn't been an alien show. But Alien Earth. Remember this was announced quite a while ago. This is our first trailer. We've already gotten a couple little tidbits. But now here's our first proper trailer. I don't really know what to expect. It's a prequel to Alien on Earth. You can't see my cursor. But that's gonna cause problems. I guess we'll see what the trailer shows us and we'll get into it. And let's watch this. Watch this thing.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Oh well, there you go.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, is this necessary? We're already here watching the trailer, but whatever.
How's our
Whatever.
girl?
She's ready.
You're gonna be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic.
Because I'm special.
That's right. You're very
That's right.
Very
This is all gonna go very smoothly.
special.
We have a downed spacecraft.
I want what's on that ship.
We can do it. We're fast. We're strong. We don't break.
All right.
It's like a zoo, but the animals got out.
This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe. Monsters.
Look at the xenomorph. It's the sound, guys. I'm being a bit cynical. Which doesn't mean much, given the recent output of his own movies, but also Alien.
Invasive species. Predatory.
If we don't lock them down, it will be too late.
On the Hulu. All right. So first off, lots of the aesthetics are obviously they're working really hard to nail the look of a Alien. Release the ships, at least this interior, because I don't know how much like this kind of ship is accurate to what. Let me see if there's another shot of it, because I don't know. I mean, it kind of has a little resemblance to the Sulaco, but I don't know if it's particularly fit for this universe. But so, we're getting Predator Badlands later this year, and that's going to tie into Alien because there's lots of hints of that, like a Weyland-Yutani android. So, wait, so.
How's our girl?
She's
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where is it?
Special.
Zoo, but
That kind of sounds like a Predator, but maybe that's me just reaching. But because I'm wondering how much is this going to connect to Predator? Since now it seems like they are going to try to tie these universes together. But so transplanting a mind into a synthetic, I guess. This is the problem with prequels: is you run the risk of introducing things that it's like, well, where was this in the originals? Like, was this always a thing? It can be pretty disastrous to your lore and continuity. And saying, hey, you can transfer your mind into a synthetic. Like, oh, I guess we'll see how that goes, how that ties in. Because I'm pretty sure that's not in any of the Alien movies. Look at this guy's hair. I don't know who any of these people are. I'm kind of... Whoa, okay, so this is gonna be some serious TVMA shit, which is good. I think Predator, Alien, those should be rated R. They should be violent. It's kind of... We've seen what happens when they don't do that and how lame it is. Who any of these people are. Those Weyland-Yutani soldiers with their souped up... What? I kind of like that design because it's like the Vector, the Chris Vector. Then you got kind of the pulse rifle, rail, smart gun. Well, that guy straight up has a pulse rifle right there. Like that's just it. More experience. Because Prometheus messed everything up. Like they wanted to go into all this origins for the xenomorphs, but all it has done is make everything all muddled and messy. The black goo stuff just, it's all kind of nonsensical. They've overcomplicated what should be pretty simple. It's just this hostile alien organism that gets loose and starts killing people, and you don't really know much about where it came from, like what its purpose is. It's just it kills, and the company wants it because it looks like it'll be a pretty good weapon for some reason. I don't know why. Attempt after attempt, they think they can control it, but then you get to fucking Romulus, where it's like they're cloning them, so they've managed to successfully engineer xenomorphs. But again, that's the problem with all these prequels and these midquels. They're just mess up this timeline, and you have xenomorphs seemingly on Earth, and that could just that screws everything up. We'll have to see how they handle that, and hopefully it's not too destructive. The Alien franchise has been pretty butchered. I'm just gonna turn it down so I can do examination. So it's pretty safe to say that ship's got some aliens on it. Otherwise, why would it crash?
We can do it. We're fast. We're strong. We don't break.
Tough lady. Which, Alien, Ripley, one of the, I don't know if perennial is the word I want to use, but like, classic top tier female heroes. They've been trying to replicate that, and it keeps failing. You get the girl in Romulus who's like 5'1", like, oh, she doesn't look that tough. None of these people look that tough. They got a bunch of youngins in here.
This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe.
So, well, one thing I think with the goat here, this poor goat who's probably not long for the world, are they gonna do, which I would be actually kind of excited to see, is different xenomorphs based on their host. Because obviously we've seen the human xenomorph, we've seen the dog / ox xenomorph from Alien 3, the Pred Alien. So I think that'd be a pretty interesting opportunity to show us different like hybrids.
Monsters.
Especially since they're pretty keen on if this, I mean, it's obviously gonna be Weyland-Yutani. I don't know why it wouldn't be. They're pretty keen on experimenting with xenomorphs. Who is Noah Hawley? Why should that mean anything? And again, in none of the Alien movies do we see Earth, so for all I know, this is just how Earth looks. Let's find out who Mr. Noah Hawley is. Noah Hawley. Screenwriter, producer. Legion, Bones, The Unusuals, Fargo. That's still going? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if any of this is good. I've never seen any of those shows. Yeah, I don't know. This is a toss-up for me. Ridley Scott, not really batting 100. His recent movies haven't been exactly lighting the world on fire, and we've seen what he's done with Alien and Prometheus and Covenant. He hasn't exactly smoothed things out. So his involvement, who knows what that means.
Invasive species.
I can't read any of that. More study needed to gauge. Yeah. Well, whatever this is, because this doesn't look like, this is not clearly not a face hugger. Yeah, this goat. Yeah, this goat is not gonna have a good time, I bet.
Lock them down.
Wait, that's a sheep. Whatever.
It will be too late.
Eggs that look very different from what we've seen. The coloration and even the texture is different from the normal xenomorph eggs, whatever that thing is. That guy's fucked unless they pull some rhyme with this shit where you're able to somehow get it off and oh, that movie fucked everything up. You could now take a face hugger off by kind of freezing it, and it only needs to be on you for a few minutes to implant. But who knows how much this show's gonna hold to that, breaching continuity. What the hell is that? Oh my god, what the hell is this? So maybe the xenomorph is, because he said other like 5 species, so maybe the xenomorph isn't the only thing we're gonna get. This might actually, so I can imagine this is going to be how they find out about LV-426 and that there is something there. That maybe the idea is ship goes out, searches the galaxy. He says universe. I doubt that we're exploring the universe. Find several species, and one of them is the xenomorph, and that somehow we're gonna get a couple of alien species. The xenomorph is gonna be the one that comes out on top. Wailing Chinese is gonna realize like, oh, this thing has remarkable potential. The black goo and all that nonsense. Oh, LV-426. That's a planet. There's a ship there. We're gonna send there's a mining freighter out there, the Nostromo. Have it go pick it up. So I think that might be where this goes. This is gonna be how they figure out about the xenomorph and its potential and their desire to get it. How that ties into Predator, since that's something they're gonna do, and I don't blame them. I've said it before. I said it in my Badlands trailer reaction. I'm pretty sure that these are two franchises that kind of work really well together. So I don't know why you wouldn't do that and try again, because that concept has worked in books and games and whatnot. They need to make it work in film, because those 2 attempts fell flat, even with their cool moments. Okay, yeah, and see, there's just a xenomorph. That's clearly just a regular xenomorph. Seems to be just like a human-born one. What was that one before? I'm gonna get after Mr. Googly Eyes. After he's Googly Eyes. Okay, yeah, that's a xenomorph, just your typical. And so I think that is what we're gonna get is, or maybe they find the black goo, they experiment a bunch, they somehow end up with normal face huggers, and that produces normal xenomorphs, maybe some animal hybrid ones, and that's how they figure out, oh, this thing, we have to have it. Yeah, there they are. I'm gonna fight it with a sword. That won't go bad. My guess is he's uploading his mind to a synth. Face hugger. So they look good. I can't tell if that's CG or not. Because one thing I did give Romulus points for is the effects in that were pretty good. Save for one. If you've seen the movie, you know what effect I'm talking about. That does not look good, but the xenomorphs in that movie look good. The practical effects were good. They should definitely keep that here and use CG sparingly. They look real. That looks like a practical effect. It doesn't look bad. Arian. Yeah, but that's gonna be the trouble is how do you have these things on Earth, or for all we know, all that action stuff is taking place in orbit and they blow the fucker up. But how do you have any of that near Earth without it interfering with? Because if the xenomorphs break out, it's pretty clear in the other movies, in any real story, that once they're out, and it's bad, and you might have to exterminate that planet. But my guess is, yeah, they're gonna experiment. If I have to guess what this show is gonna be, from beginning to end, they gather up a couple of alien species. Xenomorph is one of them. They find it to be the most deadly and promising as a weapon. This happens a lot in some space station above orbit. Maybe something gets on Earth, but they kill it. Xenomorph gets blown up. They get xenomorphs. It's we don't know if there's gonna be more than one. There probably is just gonna be one, because you don't want them getting too out of hand. But it gets destroyed. Ship in orbit maybe gets blown up, and that leaves to Weyland Yutani being like, well, we gotta go find more. Let's search. And that however many seasons this runs, my guess is gonna end with them learning about LV-426 and the derelict ship, and that's gonna tie into them being like, oh, Nostromo, you're a mining vessel, but you're coming back, you're going next to it. Ash, mother, go pick this thing up. And that will be the end of the show. Its finale is the Nostromo getting the message. I think that's a pretty good guess. As for this stuff with like the synth being partially human, I could guess, and I could even give a fuck, because who knows how interesting these characters are gonna be. They haven't, the past few Alien movies haven't had any real interesting characters. Human characters. But that's gonna be my guess for how the show will go. Y'all tell me what you think. If you think this is gonna be any good, if you think my guess is a good guess, or what your guesses are for what's gonna happen, and if you think they are gonna tie this in with Predator. My guess is that's what we're gonna get, is a straight tie-in to the original. None of the xenomorph ain't making it out. Everything's gonna get destroyed. But yeah, I'm repeating myself. If you're made it this far, thanks for watching. Give me your opinions. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. All that YouTube jibber jabber. Check me out on Twitch under the same name. I dual stream to Twitch and YouTube. And thanks for giving me a watch. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to check me out. I'll catch y'all later.